Good evening or night from Lombok, everyone. It's Aniva Menon from HeartHealthBrainHealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Tonight, I am actually speaking to you at about 11:15, which for me is kind of a late night to be making a video. But I have been contemplating for days now about this idea, and partly because of some of the things that I'm seeing here and reflecting on the similarities between Canada and Indonesia. I know that these similarities are actually worldwide. And so today's video, of course, I said full cup or empty cup. So which are you carrying? And it wasn't about these cups. Just so you know, I made that title to hopefully draw some attention and imply something. And yet it's not these cups that I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about full and empty cups. And perhaps you have heard this term called you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And this is something about when you don't have resources in your system, or you don't have energy, you don't have a drive, you don't have motivation, and then to try to help someone or share something with someone or anything, any sort of assistance in any way, even yourself, we don't have some resources to work with. So you can't pour from an empty cup is something that people have heard a lot about. And then there is something else that is actually the opposite of this, but along the same lines of thinking. So it's you can't pour into a full cup. You can't pour into a full cup. And so this is equally important. I wanted to talk about how historically, oftentimes people were working with very little. They were trying to pour from empty cups. So we've seen this for generations before this time, and some are actually still going through this right now, that are using every ounce of energy. In the past, many would be able to focus on one thing at a time. Right now, many people are multitasking. And yet we can look at in the past, if we look at farmers, for example, it was really not easy work, and it was very long days. And by the time they would have a moment to themselves, if any family member needed some assistance or a chat or conversation, there wasn't energy to give that much attention to a child at that point. And I'm not making excuses for it, but that was kind of the lifestyle at the time. In that, there was even factory working, and we know that these things are still happening today too. But more of the population in the world moved